jump along with me in a day in the life of Anna. We're going to try to do this. This is Klaus. Every morning starts with Klaus. Then I make my family breakfast. No, this is not my family's breakfast. We feed our dogs raw food so they get to eat. And then I fed our little bunny Marshy, and I'm really happy because there's nothing outside the litter box this morning, and she's just a baby in training, so that was really encouraging. Next, outside with Puppers. Puppers is a St. Bernard and German Shepherd mix. She is a very, very high energy dog, and so she loves to play. She does fetch, tug of war. She likes to wrestle. We did a quick live this morning playing with her because she was all about it. Next, I have to take the feed that I soaked in the house out, and little Rosie, who is still gaining weight, is locked in her pen overnight so that she can get a really high quality hay. So I come down with her soaked feed, and she'll get to eat this, and then I'll open the gate so that she can come out and hang out with Little John all day. But for now, she needs this feed. He doesn't, and so to keep them separate, she'll stay in her stall and eat. And Little John gets so sad that he doesn't get any feed, and so you'll see in a little bit, I let him lick the bowl, or it's like licking the beaters. You know how your mom always used to let you lick off the beaters, and it wasn't very much, but you were just so happy that you got something. That would be Little John. He's the equivalent of licking the beaters right here. So then I decided to start something a little bit new with Lovey, and that's just feeding her out of my hands or out of the bucket. She has some food aggression, and we're working through that. And so I thought if I feed her a little bit out of the bucket and then dump it every day, that might help her. I did have to back her up a little bit because she was getting a little pushy with me towards the end, but she did good. Ultimately, I dumped it in her bucket so that she could just eat because she has quite a bit in the mornings of soaked feed. Next would be the chicken chores. Water, feed, and grab the eggs. And I actually did give them some mealworms, which they really like, and those are a treat. So anyways, I did that, and then I grabbed the eggs. I thought it was cute that the kitties were sleeping underneath the nest boxes. So after collecting all of the eggs, I always make the somewhat ridiculous choice to carry them out in my pocket. And inevitably one breaks, which is Pupper's favorite thing, because then she gets the egg. So next I'll fill up the outside hay net with this. It's a lesser quality of hay. That's because this is what Little John gets to eat, and then Rosie munches on it all day too. It has smaller holes, and so then I'll switch out the bag that was hung up there overnight. It didn't have a ton in it, but enough where he has some to munch on. And then I'll switch out the bags, and so him and Rosie will chew on this all day while they're hanging out. And then I just sit down. I like to sit down and hang out with this little guy because he's so blessed and cute, and he's so sweet, and he likes being around people, and he loves to hang out, and he wasted no time digging into the hay net. He was so happy. He's always happy when he sees food. I love him. So next it was time to clean out the stalls, and it was high time that I needed to do this. So Rosie was finished eating, so then I let her out, and I clean up anything big that I can get out of there, muck out these stalls, and then I'll put bedding down for them, make sure that they have water, and then I'll have to put hay in here. It was starting to get cold, and I know that tonight we're supposed to get to 0 degrees. So we haven't had it that cold, so that means I need to put blankets on everybody. I need to make sure everybody's bedded. I need to make sure we have hay inside, and both ponies will need to be locked in tonight. So I need to prep for that by getting this done. I kind of have procrastinated on doing it. It's not that hard. It's just that sometimes I procrastinate on doing it. So it was good to get this done today, and they have a nice warm and dry place to spend the night. And it really, really started getting windy as I was doing this. So yeah, I was really glad to have it done. But here's the nice clean bedded stalls. And now all I needed was to hang up their hay. Of course, Rosie gets a really good quality of hay, and little John a little bit lesser. But before putting their hay in, I stopped to take a lunch break. We had chicken salad on sourdough bread, and it was quite tasty, if I do say so myself. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then I got a little bit of video footage of our ridiculous cat, who is supposed to be an indoor cat, but we were all like, what happened? Somebody had leaned the ladder against the window and he climbed up, and so it confused us all. We're like, how is he out there? And he was sitting on the ladder. So then it was time to throw in meatballs for supper. So I did that, and then I decided to make some homemade ice cream as well, using heavy cream, the egg yolks from all the eggs that morning, and some vanilla beans from the vanilla that we're making. And that ended up turning out delicious. We had a meeting today. It's a family meeting that we have, so we did that. And then it was back outside for more horse chores. And here I'm filling up the hay bags inside. So I have two of these hay nets, one that's behind me in this video and this one. Lovey, I have to back up sometimes because she gets a little bit pushy, but it holds about a whole big bale of hay in these two nets. Next, it was time to blanket everybody. Everybody has a blanket, and everybody needs a blanket. Extremely windy. The wind was really blowing, and it's getting cold. So Lovey is the one. I put blankets on everybody, but I decided to show putting one on Lovey because Lovey has come so far and become so much more gentle and tolerant of things with me. And so I was so proud of the way that she handled it. So I picked her for recording getting a blanket on, but I did put blankets on everybody to keep them warm. I was really proud of Puppers in this video. You can see Lovey doesn't really like Puppers, and Puppers knows that I'm working with her. So Puppers look at her lay down, and she was a really good girl. Here's little John. This is right after I put his hay bag in. He is so happy. And yes, I do have to lock him in and Rosie overnight because of how cold it was. But he looks so cute and snuggly in his blankie. And he has hay and water, and it's warm and dry in there. Just perfect. Now, next I am tricking Normie. Normie has to have a pill every day for his arthritis. And so I hide it inside of a knickerdoodle. And I always think it's funny when he realizes there's a pill in there. He's just like, she did it again.
Tricky dude. Ha ha ha.
And every day I got to do something a little bit ridiculous. So today I thought, I'm going to try this thing where you lay down by your horse and see how they react. Normie's pretty sensitive, so I wanted to see what he would do. So I laid down by him, and then Puppers comes. You guys can't see it right now, but Puppers came up to me very quickly after I laid down and decided that she needed to rescue me, that I must be in danger or something's wrong, because why on earth would I be laying down in the horse pen? So Puppers came to save the day and kind of ruined the video, but oh well, gotta love her.
Okay, I'm okay. All right, get down.
So here's Normie. My last subject to get his blanket on was Mr. Moo back there. I gave Lovey her second round of soaked grain for the day. And then as soon as she finishes her grain, she'll come back inside with the boys. I got Moo's coat on. Everybody's happy because eating inside out of the wind is literally the best. And then of course, here's Miss Puppers. She's always a little bit cautious around Lovey just because of the way that Lovey is. It's good at night before you go in to have everybody fed with water tanks full. They're bedded. Everything's taken care of. Look at that wind. Absolutely wild. So that was today. Not every day is like that, but every day there's something. Thank you guys for coming along with us. And last but not least, here's our new baby Marshmallow.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do this myself. No, it's actually froze. Sweetie, can you help me?
I don't want that one.
Okay, that's good. Now you can, now I'll take it from there. I'm a strong, independent woman and I can do it myself. Let go.
It's gonna fall.
You can do all the rest of them, but I am strong and independent and I can do it myself.